Okay, so it looks like I hadn't pressed live. This is quite strange. But anyway, I wish I could use my main camera. My main camera is not working at the moment. Something is wrong with it. But anyway, you know what? Let's dive in and let's talk about Ninja tables. So what we're going to do now is to straight away go in and start creating our tables. So the first thing you want to do is to install Ninja tables. There's a link which I'll provide in the video description below. And once you click that, download it, you'll have an entry called Ninja Tables Pro right here. All right, so if we click here on tables, this will take us to the different types of tables that you can create. And this is the fun part. So you can see here, I've already created my, my basic tables. So once you've created a table, it will show you here the shortcode that you need to use, which you can paste pretty much anywhere on your website. All right, so that's where the tables are. Now, at any point, if you do want to ask any questions, please do so in the comments box below, and I'll do my best to respond to those questions. All right, so let's start with some few examples of how we can create different types of tables. So if we want to create a new table, on the top here, it has an entry which says add table. Okay, so if I click here, we have now a bunch of options that we can use to design our tables. So let's first give this a name. So let's say this is a review, or let's say recipes. Okay, you can give a description if you want here, but I won't do that. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a drag and drop. So while you're here, all you have to do is to create the columns that you need and the rows. So I'm going to need, say, 3 columns. And on the rows here, I'm going to need, let's do 3 examples. Okay. Now I'm going to hit create. All right. So you can see here, our columns are created. I mean, you can also go back in here and customize this further if you wanted to. So I'm just going to keep things very simple here. The next step now is to start dragging and dropping all my content. So since this is going to need an image, I'm going to drag and drop it here like that. Okay, so it comes in with a default image here. So what you need to do is to click on it, and then you want to click on replace image. Next, I'm going to start adding on my images. So I'm going to start here with this cake here like that. Now, while we're here, you can click back on it. You can increase the size like that. So it's highly customizable, by the way, which is really, really cool. So you can increase the size like that. Next, you can come over here. Now, since we're doing images, now you see this is the part which I think is very simple, because all you're doing here is dragging and dropping. And again, if I click on that, let's make this 100, replace image. So I have my image here in the media library. So you can see here, I've added my 2 images. So I'm going to give this a name. So I'm just going to call this cake 1. And this one here is cake 2. Right, so next, you want to decide what you want to add here. So you can add, say, some text. So to do that, we already have text entry here. So I'm just going to go to Lorem and just grab a bunch of text here for the description, like that. So you can see it has been added. So you can decide how much text you want to have in there, but ideally too much doesn't work very well. Now, while we're here as well, we can align to the left, and then I want to do the same. And if I take a look here, I can duplicate this and then drag it. Now, hence the drag and drop. So I really like the fact that if you want to work really fast, you can just go in here, drag and drop your content, and this is pretty cool. Okay, now, over here, you can decide, okay, let's have a call to action or even a rating. So this is where you can drag your rating like that. And then you want to add your call to action. So this could be a button. So let's add our button like that, drag and drop it. There you go. And while we have this button here, if you want to make changes to it, just click on it like that. So I'm going to say buy now or download, since this is a recipe. So download like that. Now let's customize the button. So the border radius, it's going to keep things simple here like that. And by the way, you can also change the background color here and choose whatever color you want for your button. So you can also change your text. You can make it bold like that. You can change your icon. You can add the hover state and so on. So we're going to keep things very, very simple here. Now, since I have my review here, I don't need that text. So I can get rid of it like that. Oops, I got rid of the button. Okay, let's put it back in. Okay, here's our button. We're going to say download now. Okay, great. So now that I have my text, I'm going to change my background color here. And I'm also going to change the text. Let's make it bold. Boom. Okay, now I don't like the the rounded corners. So that's how we're going to have it. So that's our button right there. I'm going to duplicate it and drag it to the bottom here, since the content is the same. All right, so just like that, I was able to create this table. So over here, I'm just going to say product. And then description. So now this needs to be, in fact, we can go in and customize this in a moment. I'm going to delete that because we don't need to tell people that this is a call to action, because they can see this is a call to action already. All right, so you can see here I've created this table. Now there's also further things that we can do to this table. So we also have responsive here. Now you notice that this is also responsive, which is really good. Now on the settings here, you can adjust the cell width like that. So let's leave it at about 180. And we also have the height, the container height. So let's leave this at 720. Right. Now there's also more things to customize here. So if you go to the background, we can change our header background color. Now I think it's important we do that. Now look at that. Just by doing that, I've changed my header background color. Now the borders here don't look really, really cool. So I'm going to come over here and change my border color as well. So the inner border color, I'm going to change that, make it quite light, like that. Okay, great. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time here customizing this, but I think you can see how easy it is to do that. So now if I copy this code, this short code, and save the table, I can now go to my site and choose a page. Or in fact, let's just add a new page. It's taking a while here. All right, so we have our page here. So let's just call this tables, because we are going to be showcasing a few examples here. So at the moment, I'm just using the normal WordPress block, but you can use this with the page builder as well. So now I am going to add a shortcode. There we are. I'm going to select that. I think I chose the wrong one. Okay, let's do it one more time. Shortcode, and here it is. Okay, now I'm going to paste it like that. Publish. Okay, so now let's view the page. There we go. So just by doing that, I was able to create a table. I've given this a title. It's all drag and drop. So you can see how easy it is to do that. And by the way, on the button here, you can also add a link to where they can go and download this. So there are so many examples that you can use these tables for. This could be an affiliate table where you have the main product on the left, the description, the star rating, and the link to where they can go ahead and download to purchase the product. So this is a very, very good example, drag and drop, but there are more examples that I'd like to show you. So far, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments box and I'll respond to them as we do our live stream. Okay, so back over here now to our live stream. Let's take a look at another example. So I'm going to go back. In fact, let me leave this open here. Okay. So back to Ninja Tables here. Right, so we need to add a new table. You will just come over here. Table. So this time, I just want to create a table based on our WooCommerce products. Now, I've already gone ahead and added my WooCommerce products ahead of time. So all I'm going to do now is to come over here to WooCommerce table, give it a name. I'm going to call this Woo Products. Like that. So I can choose now by category. So far I have one category. It has 4 products in it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. But if you had different categories, you can select whatever categories that you want and they will be shown here. Now over here, you can select products by type as well. But since I only have 4 products, there isn't any types that I can select here. Next, I'm going to hit create product table. Now this one here is one of my favorite because it just shows me my information that I've created, and it's very, very easy. Look at that. My table has already been created and I don't even need to do much. So just by doing that, I can hit save changes. And then I'm going to copy the code and show you how this displays as well. Now, this is super, 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 super powerful. I love this. And here's our code. I'm going to click once like that. And then I'm going to come over here and let's edit our page and add the shortcode. Okay, so let's add another one here. Shortcode. So this one here is based on WooCommerce. I'm going to hit update. Okay, so now let's do a quick preview. Okay, so here it is. Now, what is really cool about this, but of course you want to have it in its own section, which has probably a background color because we have these buttons here at the top. So check this out. While I'm on this page, I can go ahead and start adding product to the cart. So for example, let's say I want to add this $4.99 product here. I'm going to click on add to cart. Now notice everything is happening dynamically and it's showing me here. I've got three items, 657. Now, isn't that cool? So this is just using a few clicks and I was able to get a table that looks like this, right? Now, if I want to go straight to the checkout or if I need to view the cart, I can just click on view cart and this will just go straight to my cart and show me what I have so far. So if I don't like what I see here, I can just go ahead and remove like that. I can even remove that. Okay. And I can go back to my page right here. In fact, I might need to refresh this because these 3 items are still there. Okay. So notice that we don't have the buttons here anywhere, but the button is going to appear when I add something to the cart. Now check this out. So let's say I want to add 2 pairs of this. Okay. Add to cart. Now notice that 2 items, 198. And view and checkout. So if I need to go to checkout, I can go straight away. Now, the question here is, why would you need to have a scenario where you've got a table here full of products? Why can't people just go straight to each and every product? Now, you may have a shop which has quite a lot of products. So one of the easiest ways to display this information is just to have a table like this. It's very, very easy for anyone to come to this product page, add to cart, do whatever they need to do and check out. So this is the main reason why you may want to do this. Now, It's also highly customizable. You can also change background colors, you can change fonts, you can adjust the sizes and so on. So as you can see, I'm sure you can agree with me that so far this plugin is proven to be very, very, very powerful. Okay, so let's keep on moving because I have a few examples here to show you. And by the way, I did say if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments box, and I'll do my best to respond to that. Okay, so let's go back here to our tables. All right, so let's add another table. Now this time I am going to just create a table from scratch. Okay. There we go. Add. So this one here is a table from scratch. Now this is where I have to do everything manually. And for those of you who have clients who want to have specific data on their tables and you don't want to spend time with the pre-made way of adding your data, you can just create everything from scratch. Now check this out. If I click on add column, I can just do that. So my first column here is going to be name. Okay, I'm going to click on add column. Now I'm not adding the data yet. I still need to continue on and add another column. So notice here, this is where you add all your information. So I'm going to say add column. And then I'm going to add salary, for example. Add column. Let me add one more. And then I'm going to say status. What else should I add here? I can't think. But you know, you can see I'm just adding, let's add notes. Okay, add column. Right, so these are my columns: name, salary, status, and notes. I've just made these up as I am working on this. So now I can start adding my data, right? So this is pretty cool. Look, check this out. So under name, I'm going to say John Jones. Salary, 45K. Status here, I'm going to say single. And for the notes, I'm just going to copy paragraph here. So that's the notes for that particular person. Paste it like that. Add. So notice that I have continue adding, which is really cool. It's very handy. It saves me a lot of time clicking away and trying to get these things updated. Okay, so this is now Susan. Okay, salary, 90K. Status. And I'm going to add a bunch of notes. Add. Okay, so I think that's enough. I've just added 2 lines because I also want to show you what else you can do with Ninja tables. So far we have this. Pretty cool. I'm going to copy the shortcode. And again, I'm going to come back to my page here. And let's add another shortcode. Click on this plus button, go to my shortcode here and paste it. Update. Okay, so let's view the page. So here we are. We have our name, salary, status, notes, and so on. We can also edit the table. Now this will take me back to the position where I can start editing it, which is right here. So I want to show you something that's really, really cool here. If I come to these actions, I can add data after this row. I can also go in and edit the data itself. I can duplicate this. I can also delete it. So these are quick links where you can just go in and take those actions. Now, what I want to show you here is table configuration. So let's say I want the nodes to be, say, in the middle. I can just drag and drop it like that. So that has been updated. What I can also do is to come over here to table design. So this is where I can choose the colors that I need. I can go with Bootstrap, for example. I can go with Bootstrap 4 or 3, but I just like this one here. It's very basic, really, really nice. So I'm going to go with that. Okay. Now there's also other options here that you can choose to customize your table further. Now over here, we have our colors. At the moment, we have default, but we can go and choose, say, for example, white. And you can see here, when you hover over it, it's showing you more data. If I go to orange, now you can see these are pre-made colors. So you can just choose a color that sort of matches your website design. So this could work as well. But I want to keep things very, very basic here. I'm going to go with white. Okay. So I really like this. Next, what I'm going to do is to show you how you can do front-end editing. Now, this is really, really cool. So let's say I want to enable this. So what happens now is you can decide who should do the front-end editing. So let's say it's an editor, or it could be the author, it could be, anyone here, it could be an administrator of your website. So you can actually decide who can go in and customize the data on the front end of the website. Now you can also choose what needs to be editable. So if I say first name, I can edit salary, notes, and the status itself. Okay. Now, if I click on update settings, come back here and refresh. Now notice what happens. I can click here now where it says edit rows, and this could be pretty much anyone that you've assigned the user role to. So if I click on a new row, now I can start adding the names. So Mac, salary 20K, notes, no notes, status, married. Now look at that. This is being applied on the front end of the website. Now, all this we can get with Ninja Forms. Look at that. I've just added on the front end of the website. Now, this is the actual front end. This is not in the back end. So I can start adding all this data here. I can add a new row, add more information. And, when I hover over here, you can see this is nice. It's slick. Now, the person who has the rights to go in and do this, this content has also the ability to delete. You can see here we have this delete item here. You can also go in and edit. So look at that. I can go in and simply edit this information like that. Hit update. And now I've just updated the notes. So this is very, very, very powerful. And I'm sure you can agree with me that this table is amazing. Okay, now there's also something else you can do here. So you can do search. So if I do Mac here, hit enter, it's drilled down everything to just Mac. Isn't that cool? Now there's also other filters here. I can show the notes or not. Now when I search, there we go. So this is really, really cool. Now back over here, we also have other options. I mean, I could go through. In fact, I have a question here. Okay, so we have Hobby Horse says, how about the language support for multilingual sites? Is it supporting WPML plugin? To be honest, I haven't tried this. I haven't tried it to see if this works. But the plugin is very powerful. Last time I used it, you could actually go in and translate your website through so many plugins. So the answer to that is no. But if anyone has an answer to that, please add it in the video description below. Okay, so let's carry on here. Now, if I click on add table, I want you to notice how many types of tables that we can create here. So we have a drag and drop. I've already shown you how to do that. We also have import table. So this one here needs to have, it needs to be a CSV file. So we've chosen here comma separated. So you will have to know how the CSV file is put together. So this one here is comma separated. And then you can just choose the file here, navigate to, part of your website, and then click import, and it'll import all your columns and add all your data where it needs to be. Okay. You can also connect with Fluent Forms. So I haven't installed Fluent Forms here, but there's a video here quickly to show you how you can connect with Fluent Forms. And this will also show you all your data of your subscribers or what information they've entered, so you can see it in a much easier to digest view. We also have posts, like how we did with our WooCommerce products. This can also put together all your posts. So you can choose here your posts, and then you can add your data over here to the right. So if you want to add, say for example, can you see all these options that we can add? You can add an attachment, products, you name it. So this one here, we've already done the WooCommerce tables. We also have connect Google Sheets. So this will connect or pull all your data from your Google Sheet and display it on the table. Now, the really cool thing about that as well is when you update your Google Sheets data, it's going to update on your website because it's all linked up together. So this is also a really, really cool way of creating your tables. Now, over here, we have an external CSV. So again, you can choose your data source, and this will drag pretty much where your external CSV is. And this again will show all your data. Now, this looks very, very easy, very straightforward. And I'm sure with my quick demo here, I was able to show you how easy it is to go in and show all your data in a table format. And it's very, very, very easy to do. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about here is pretty much the settings. So if I come over here to charts, we are also able to show charts with Ninja Tables Pro. So if I enable charts, create new chart. Okay, so now here we can choose a render engine. I'm just going to say chart.js, and then you can specify what chart you want to showcase. Now, I don't think I have enough data for me to showcase my information here, but I'm just going to show you how easy it is to put this together. Now I'm going to hit next, and then I have to select my source here. So if it's Ninja Tables, I can just go ahead and select that. And then the data here. Let's go with Woo products. Yeah, so this is where the problem is. I would have to go in and update my table column data type, okay? Because remember, I had an image on one of the columns, so this wouldn't show. But this would work really, really well if I had data on my tables. So that way it is easier to show in columns or in a chart. Another question here, is there a roadmap for this product? No, I'm not sure if there's a roadmap. I haven't looked into that, but I know the company does a lot of updates to their products. I mean, they are the makers of Fluent Forms, Fluent CRM, and I use all these products on my website, and I'm pretty much pleased with what they've done. And the team there really, really works hard, and they put a lot of effort into the products they create. So I wouldn't really worry about not getting updates to the products, because they're constantly working and improving all their products. So yes, I wouldn't really be concerned there. Right, so we can do charts here. Now there's a few things that you may want to take a look at here when you first start using Ninja Tables, and that is to just know where things are, and that is when you click here on add table, that is where you get all your options of the type of data that you want to show. I really like the simplicity of this product. It's very simple to use, no crazy learning curve. I mean, just from what I've demoed today, you'll be able to do this yourself and get this working up and running really fast. Now we also have tools here. So some of these tools here are global, so you can import from other table plugins. So there's Table Press, so you can import data from Table Press, Ultimate Tables, and so on. Over here, we have your license. This is where you'd add your license. You also have global settings here, but I don't really mess with this, to be honest. I just leave it as it is. And then we have the global appearance here as well. So you can come in here and make specific global changes. So for example, our default table color, you can choose it here. You can set your pagination here. And then for the font, you can choose your font. So I like the fact that, it can just go with the theme font. Then if you want to increase the size here, you can increase the size. So as you can see, this is a very, very powerful plugin. Like I said, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments box so I can respond to them as I do these demos. Right. So you can see now I chose Poppins as my font, and it is definitely showing here throughout all my tables. Now, as I mentioned, these are also mobile friendly. So you can see here when I do that, this is displaying in a very nice way, like that. So this is mobile friendly out of the box. Look at that. Really, really, really cool. Right, so I want to talk about something very important here, and that is we have an exclusive lifetime deal. The link is in the video description below. Oh, oops, before I continue, we have Biz Holdberg. Can you import large product data information? Yes, you can. It just needs to be in the right format. So just make sure it's in the CSV. It's a CSV file, depending on the type of data. But it is very, very powerful. Very. I've tried this. I've been working on it for about a week now. Tried, to import a lot of data, and basically it's really, really fast. Okay. Here I have a question from St. Peter's Church. Can you change the column widths? Yes, you can. You can change the column widths and customize it really, really well. All right. So what I wanted to talk about here is the exclusive lifetime deal. Now I have a link in the video description below. Now, if you're not a lifetime member, I am willing to give away one of my courses in the library. So if you purchase this using my affiliate link in the video description below, I will send me an email and let me know which course you need access to. So once I verify that you've bought the product, I will give you access to that course. Now, please bear with me because I'm really behind on my emails. So if I don't respond in a timely manner, it just means that I'm catching up with emails. I'm not ignoring you. Okay. Right. So you can, once you've purchased Ninja Tables, just let me know by sending me an email. And once you've done that, I'll give you access to the course. So why is this very, very important? So this is an exclusive lifetime deal. And usually WP Managed Ninja, when they have a lifetime deal, they really mean it. So you will not get these offers after this. This is why we're really promoting this, because once you bought your license, that's it. You're good to go. Now, if we come over here to buy now, I just want to go through the pricing with you. So let's go to pricing. So the annual here is $49 per year, $99 per year, and $199 per year. But it's the lifetime that we're after here. Now look at the prices. So this is $129, but remember, this is lifetime. And then we also have this agency with 20 domains. So this is very appealing because you can make your 249 maybe by adding tables to, say, 2 websites, and you've got your money back already, which means the other 18 you can charge for the other 18, and all that will be a profit. Now, if you're an agency, this is where you'd go with unlimited domains. So this is a very, very good option. You can use this on e-commerce websites. You can use this on, recipe websites, review websites. You can even have a pricing table using this plugin. It's very, very easy to use, very, very powerful. So this is why this offer here is very important. Once this goes, it's gone. Now, I'll tell you a quick story. There was a time when Fluent CRM was released. Again, I was promoting it because I had used it and I really loved it. So what happened is a few people started noticing that this plugin was very, very good, but the lifetime deal had gone and there's nothing I could do. I could not convince the team at WP Manage Ninja to reverse that, because a lot of people really took on the offer of signing up while the offer was available. So it wouldn't be fair, to the others. So this offer is super, super important. I've also added something on top of that, and that is if you use my link in the video description below, I will also give you access to one of my courses. Right, so I'm just going to hang around for about another couple of minutes, just in case we have some more questions. But so far, it looks like we have no questions. Oh, hang on. Tighter than the BPM says, Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam. Okay. Right. Any more questions, guys, regarding Ninja tables? Ooh, it's hot in here, Wow. Oh, I forgot to mention that when you use Ninja tables, you can use it with a page builder. You can also use it with a normal Gutenberg. Pretty much it works on any page builder, because what you're applying here is the shortcode. So it's very, very powerful. Okay, so it looks like we don't have any questions yet. Any more questions? All right, guys. I guess we can end the live stream. So I'm also going to do a few more of these live streams. I was having problems with connecting. So I finally got fiber optic connected to the house. So my speeds here should be much better. So far I've tested this and it looks like everything is okay, but ideally I'd like faster speed. So I might need to upgrade my package to much higher speed. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, Michael. Michael, how you doing? It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Anyway, Michael says, it's a good plugin that I use to make responsive tables for Fluent Forms. And I also make tables for affiliate products. Yeah, awesome. I mean, I think by the end of the day tomorrow, I'm going to have my page with my affiliate products, the percentages, and all that stuff. It's much, much easier to do it that way. I tried and I could not create beautiful tables, but with this plugin, man, guys, I highly recommend you get this. I mean, you are at some point going to need to build tables. So just grab this lifetime deal while it's on, and just keep it in your arsenal of tools. So I'm back to working on quite a lot of tutorials and courses, especially the freelance to income. I had put that aside for a little bit. For those of you who are lifetime members, you know what I'm talking about. This is my latest course that I was working on. Firstly, I was waiting for an update from Elegant Themes. I wasn't sure what it was going to look like. So I really wanted to play around with it and then do some courses around it as well to be part of the freelance to income course. But what I realized is when it finally released, which was last week, I'm sure you may have seen DV Teams, right? That's the update that I'm talking about. It turns out it wasn't really good for freelance designers, because this is about you setting up your agency and then allowing different people, different roles to get access to pretty much your cloud and any other information that you share. So I realized that, you know what, I really waited to see what this product was about, but it's not really for freelancers. It's for design agencies. So I just left it out. I may do a video about it on my YouTube channel, but it's not an update that would be ideal for our course. Okay. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I'll see you again in the next week. I'll be doing a live stream as well. So take care for now and see you soon. Hopefully my proper camera is going to be working. Take care, guys.